What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I wanted to do a little bit more of a fun video for you guys, less serious. So I'm going to talk about John Cena and his bodybuilding potential prior to joining the WWE. So before he was a pro wrestler, he was an amateur wrestler and he competed in amateur bodybuilding. Now the first thing that I noticed, man, is he had crazy conditioning. Every single night when he shows up to a wrestling event, whether it be Raw or SmackDown or whatever, you can tell he's always in shape as a wrestler. So he took the same approach, obviously, to bodybuilding. He was clearly insanely shredded when he was a bodybuilder. I mean, look at the vascularity throughout his chest, his arms, his abs. The dude was insanely vascular, insanely conditioned, and I think he definitely looked good as a bodybuilder, for an amateur at least. So here's a picture of him from his WWE days. Now, it's important to note that John Cena still, to this day, claims that he is completely natural all throughout his WWE career. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'm just going to surely talk about his potential as a bodybuilder. So if you look at his front double bicep, it's kind of surprising because his arms look pretty big when he's wrestling and when he's kind of just in motion. His arms look pretty big. As you can see, he's wearing a headband on his arm. So although they are pretty big, the bicep just doesn't really look that good in a front double bicep. It doesn't have a really good peak. It just really doesn't look good from the front double bicep perspective. His lats look okay from the front double bicep, but his chest looks kind of small. So from a bodybuilding perspective, I don't think he would have done that well. So I think he probably made the right call sticking with the WWE. There's another. It's kind of hard to see that front double bicep, but again, it's kind of the same thing. This was earlier on in his career when he was a little bit more conditioned, a little smaller, and his biceps still really didn't look that great. They look better than obviously the normal person's, but the peaks just weren't really there. So here's another photo. I guess it's a screenshot from one of his bodybuilding competitions. Now, he had pretty damn good delts, man. He had great delts. And again, his arms looked pretty big when they weren't flexed in the front double bicep, but when he flexed them, it just really took away from the size of his arms because they look pretty damn big from that side view. And his chest actually looks pretty good too, but his delts and his traps were definitely one of his best features when he competed in bodybuilding. So here's a more recent photo of him, obviously. So this is what I'm talking about with the wrestling conditioning. Pretty much every single night when this guy comes to perform, his abs may not always be super ripped, but he always has that crazy fucking upper body, upper pec delt vascularity, that arm vascularity. So he's obviously a guy who takes his conditioning and his diet very, very seriously year-round because he's always in great shape. So from a conditioning standpoint, had he continued bodybuilding, I think he would have done all right in the conditioning department because I've never seen John Cena out of shape. So here's another photo from one of his shows. You can kind of see his legs a little better here. His legs were all right. He definitely had a pretty damn good teardrop on that inner sweep of his quads. That was pretty good. His abs looked good. But again, the arms look like one of his weak links in these bodybuilding shows. I'm not really sure how he placed in this show, but to me, I think the black guy on the right-hand side looks like he was the better bodybuilder at that show. So I'm thinking John Cena might have got second, and this guy may have gotten the overall. Or maybe John Cena won his class, and this guy won the overall. Not really sure, but this guy, to me, looks like he has a better physique than Cena has in this photo. There's another good photo. Again, man, look at his fucking delts were just insane. I can't get over how good his delts were. If anything, if he would have continued down the bodybuilding route, he probably would have been known for having some of the best delts in the amateurs had he competed at nationals or whatever, because he had some pretty damn good delts, but they definitely overshadowed the size of his pecs. But again, just peep that conditioning, man. That you can see the same vein run all the way through his bicep, all the way up to his neck. I mean, that is just insane conditioning. From the forearm to the bicep, all the way through the chest, up to the neck. Now that's a conditioned dude right there. So here's a really good shot where he actually looks really impressive. His legs look pretty decent from the side. His arms, his chest, everything's looking decent from the side. He's looking crazy thick. This guy actually looks like, I'm not really sure who this guy is. He actually looks like a current pro bodybuilder, but I can't think of the name. He looks like he is a current pro today, though. If you guys know who this guy is, let me know in the comment section below, because he looks really familiar. But again, John Cena's delts, even his chest is looking pretty decent in this shot. So let's see what else we got. I think that's the last picture. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, this video is just for fun. Do you guys think John Cena could have taken this bodybuilding thing anywhere? Do you think if he had not became a wrestler How far do you think he could have made it in the amateur ranks? Do you think he could have turned pro? Personally, I don't think he could have turned pro, but I think he could have done pretty well, maybe achieved some success on the national stage in the NPC. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.